Femi Manoj James. She is studying in university, second year, and she will be going to take the classes for you today. This class is regarding kids' role in Christian family life. So, on the name of OCYM, M. Joseph, and our church, we would like to invite her to take our class.
Alrighty, how is everyone doing? Good, bad? Good? Alright, so like Tana just said, I am Femi, okay? I'm hoping to get you guys' names down soon. We only have an hour in front of us, so I don't know if that's going to be possible, but I hope we can get to know each other shortly. Okay, so like Tana said, I am in my second year of university, and I'm all the way from Sunshine Coast. And my parish priest is currently with your parents giving them a session. And so I'm in here with you guys, giving you guys a session. Okay? So, to start off, how about we start off with a little game? Yeah? Cool off a little bit? Yes? Sounds good? So, this is very simple. How many of you guys have heard of the game Categories? Categories. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Categories? Yes? No? Alright, so I see the majority of you guys don't know the game. So pretty much what Categories is I'll give you a topic, okay? So let's pretend it's like pets, okay? Pets or colors. What you have to do is you're going to get into pairs, okay? With whoever's next to you. So how many people are in a pair? 2, okay? So you get into pairs, and once I start, or once I say go, you name as many things as you possibly can from that category. Wait, can you guys all hear me okay? Yes? Guys in the back, can you guys hear me? Yes? Yes, perfect, okay. So, that's what Categories is, okay? Do you guys get the gist of the game? So, the rules are, if you run out of time, if you run out of things to say, you sit down, okay? You have to say something within 5 seconds. Yes? I'll give you new categories. So once you start, so for example, one might be pets, one of them might be colors, things like that, fruits, okay, it's gonna be random, but I'll give it to you. Okay? So, yes, question. Yeah, so like, let's say me and, Anna, what's your name? Anna, what's your name? Ryan, okay. So let's pretend me and Ryan are partners, okay? Once a little buzzer, or once I say go, I'll start off with, let's say it's pets, okay? So I'll say dog, you'll say the next pet that you know. Cat, okay, parrots, it goes back and forth, okay? But the catch is, you can't repeat what something that has already been said, okay? If I've already said dog, he can't say dog again. Same thing with me, I can't say dog again because it's already been said. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, are you guys ready to play? Yes? So can I get you guys to stand up? Oh, didn't see that then. Okay? Standing up, and can you find a partner? Very good. Can you find a partner? Just find a partner. Because it's going to move around anyway. You guys are going to change your only partners. It's not going to stay the same for the entire thing. Okay, can you pop your hand up if you haven't found a partner yet? Everybody's got a partner? Yes? Okay. Oh, sorry. Can you come to the front if you don't have a partner? Oh, you've got a partner. Easy. Sweet. Okay. Anybody else that doesn't have a partner? You don't have a partner. Anyone that's missing a partner? Chichi, how do you feel like playing? Sweet. Ryan doesn't have a partner. Okay, happy days. Okay, so your first category. Wait, can you guys face your partners? So I know who's facing who? Face your partners. Oh, don't stare them down. I said look at each other, don't scare them to death. Okay, sweet. So your first category is colors. In 3, 2, 1, go. put your hands up. Okay, cool. Okay, eyes up here. Guys, eyes up here. No, keep standing. If you're still in the game, keep standing. Only sit down if you're out. No. You guys can stop. So if you're still in the game, yes. You're going to find new partners soon. So the people who are standing now, can you guys go around and find a new partner? Someone who's still in the game. But don't start yet because you don't know what your category is just yet. If you don't have a partner, can you come up to the front, please? Yes, new partners.
You need new partners? If you want,
If you're out, can you please sit down?
sit down.
Okay, so if you found your partners, please face them. Again, who doesn't have a partner? Who doesn't have a partner? Everyone's got a partner? Sweet, okay. Your next category is... countries of the world. Off you go. We're going to do one last round. And yeah, we'll do one more round, okay? Find new partners again. New partners again. Okay. Same deal again. Face your partners. Okay, and here's your new category. It is characters in the Bible. Go. that, we'll play more games later on, okay? Can I get you guys to shuffle this for a little bit? Boys, can I get you guys quieter a bit, please? Can you get you, oh, not you guys, the second row. Actually, you know what? You're fine. Okay, cool. So, once I start, that fan is loud, okay? Where was I at? Oh yeah, so once I start, okay, I have a couple of little rules, okay? It's as simple as, when I'm talking, what do? You listen, okay? We only have like barely an hour left, probably like 45 minutes max that we've got, okay? So make use of the time that we have. If you guys let me get through my stuff, well, I've got 2 other games still left to play. I've literally got a ball and some balloons in my bag there, okay? I really want to play some games, because I know you guys are going to get bored of my voice very soon. So we'll take some breaks in between, we'll play some games, we'll try to make this fun. How does that sound? Good? Okay? But for that, I need your cooperation too. Cool? Alright, I'll let you guys get settled down a little bit, and then I'll start. Okay, are we ready? Are we good to start? Can I get your eyes on me? Please? Alright, cool. So, what do you think today's session is going to be about? Whoa, how'd you know that? There you go, okay? It's as simple as that, okay? Our role in today's Christian life. Guys, hands to yourself, please, okay? Our role in today's Christian life. Now, that's going to entail a few things, okay? Stuff like your family life. Okay, I know none of you guys are married yet, but you're still part of a family, right? You guys all come from a family? Yes? No? Yes. Okay? Cool. So, by the way, while I'm talking, I'm going to be flicking some slides over here. Don't mind me. I'm going to be walking back and forth. Cool? So, I'm going to start off with our families. Okay? The simplest question for you guys today. Why do we need a family? To love and care? For love and care? Yes? Moral support, did you say that? Moral support? Oh, support. Okay, yes, support. To learn? Oh, I like that. Okay. Yes? You can talk to someone. Last one. Have a connection with your loved ones. Okay? Perfect. I love all of that. Now, next question. Did we get to pick our families? Hands up for yes. Did you get to pick which family you were going to go into? Yes? No's? Did you get to pick your families? Hands up for no's? Pretty much, okay? So no, unfortunately, we didn't get to pick our families. That is because, why? God destined from the beginning of times. Oh, you guys can put your hands down, by the way, okay? From the beginning of time, God destined for us to be in the families that we are in today. Whether you like it or not, okay? Sometimes your family might get on your nerves, okay? Does that ring a bell? Yes, your siblings are very annoying. Does that ring a bell? Yes, I see a lot of head nods, okay? And, you know, frankly, we were destined to be in the families that we are in today, from the beginning of time. Even before you were conceived, even before your parents were even thinking about you, God Himself destined for you and me to be in the families that we were supposed to be. Now, I'll tell you guys a little bit about my family, okay? I've got, obviously, my parents, my mom and my dad at home, and my 2 older brothers. One of my brothers are in there with the parents section. He's just sitting in there. He came with Darlington. And I've got another older brother who is living in Melbourne. Cool? So, growing up in a home with 2 older brothers was pain, okay? I absolutely hated it. Because, main reason being, we are very close in age, okay? The difference between me and my oldest brother is like 5 years. And me and my second brother is only like 2 years, barely 2 years, okay? So we grew up very close, okay? We had similar interests, I guess, but the issue was we were constantly fighting. Not so much my oldest brother, because he would beat me up, I kid you not, he used to beat me up. But my second brother, who's just older than me, I could not even look at him, okay? The second I look at him, we'd start fighting. That's how bad it was. He could just be walking around the house, and the thing that he would do is he'd just come and flick me on the head, and then it would start off something and be like that. And the next thing you know, it's a full-on fight out, okay? But the difference was I would beat him up. He would never lay a finger on me to hurt me. But that didn't really stop me, okay? That was the kind of family that I grew up in. And then what would happen? My oldest brother would step in because he's big bro. He's gonna stop the fight between the younger siblings. So he'd come in between us to stop the fight. And what would happen? Me and my brother Felix, which is the second one, we'd gang up together now and we'd beat up my oldest brother. Because by ourselves, we could not beat him up by ourselves because we knew for a fact that he would kill us by the end of the day. But the only way we could beat him up was by teaming up together. So I can say, frankly, the only time we ever got along was when we needed to beat up my oldest brother. Okay? I don't know why I said that, but just kept it out there. Okay? So you might think you have the worst family in history. Okay? Some of us have this mentality that I have the worst siblings in the history of the world. But trust me, we're all pretty much in the same boat. Okay? The thing about families is that we fight because why? We spend so much time together. Every single day of your life from the time you were born, you have been spending it with your family. Why? Because that's your home. Okay, your parents brought you up, your siblings grew up with you, and there's nowhere else you can go. You spend so much time with your family that you know what their dislikes and likes are. You know what triggers them. Sometimes we like to trigger those things on purpose. Sometimes we do it accidentally. But quite frankly, fights and stuff break out. Why? Because fights strengthen your love between another person. Okay? Between your families, between your parents, between your siblings, whoever it is. Okay? Fights and stuff are quite frankly, it's mandatory to have a fight in the family. Because imagine a family that never fights. There's never any, disagreements. You just sit there and you're just chatting away. There's never any fights. Would you ever know what their dislikes are if there's no fights in your families? No. Okay? So if you ever think that just because you fight in your family, that you have the worst family in the history of the world, you're wrong, okay? Because fights happen in every single family. Fights between siblings are a part of growing up, okay? I have never heard of any siblings that have never fought when they were growing up, unless they have like a 20-year age gap, okay? That was the only kind of exception. But siblings who grew up together, okay? Siblings who are very close in age, they constantly fight. It's just a part of life, okay? Now, what is a Christian family? All of us are part of Christian families, yes? What is a Christian family? Any ideas what a Christian family is? You don't have to say any theological answers, just all comes to your mind. The people in our church, okay, yeah, that can be your family as well. That's a Christian family. The church community that you're in. Anything else? Look, yeah. A family that believes in God. That is in a nutshell what a Christian family is. A family that believes in God. Okay? Now, I want to introduce you guys to a word, ecclesial. Have you guys ever heard of that word? Yes, ecclesial. Okay? Ecclesial, there are multiple meanings to it, but the one that I'm just going to put it into a nutshell. Okay? Ecclesial means it works very close with the church. Okay? So it doesn't mean just this building that's next door. When it says church, it means the whole universal church. Do you guys know what the meaning of Catholic is? What is it? Yeah, Christians who worship God on the cross, but what does it mean? Like, what is the definition of the word Catholic? Universal, okay? Now, universal means all around the world. There are Catholics literally in every single country. I'm pretty sure. There might be like 1 or 2 countries, okay? But Catholic means universal. It's not contained within India. It's not contained within Australia. It's not contained within America, blah, 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 okay? Universal. Our Catholic community is all around the world. So you guys are Orthodox, yes? If I'm correct, yes? I am Soromalaba, but we're still both Catholics, okay? We believe in the same Jesus. We celebrate the same Holy Qurbana, but we have different rites and things like that. But that is the kind of family that we are a part of, an ecclesial communion, okay? So all of our families have a relation to the church. And following that, the reason why we are called a an ecclesial. The reason why it said that we have an ecclesial communion is because our families are a domestic church. Now, can you take this building back to your house? This church building? Can you pick it up and take it home? No. But our families are called a domestic church. Why? Any ideas why our families are called a domestic church? What happens within a church? One, you pray. Yes? I think earlier I had someone say it's a place where you learn. Yes? Some of you guys, majority of you guys do like Sunday school and things like that. Yes or yes? Yes? You guys are a very quiet group. Okay? So you learn stuff. You share in communion with each other. Okay? You consume the body and blood of Christ. Okay? So there's that little feast happening, a little banquet. Okay? The body and blood of Christ. Learning is happening. Okay? And when you come into a church, you are sharing in love with the people that are around you. Now this is the same thing that happens in your families as well. Okay? We eat food together, we learn things, and we share in love with each other. That is why our families are called a domestic church. Now, when it comes to learning, each and every single one of our families are our first education centers. Were there things that we learned before we went to school? So let's pretend kindy and things like that. There were a few things that we did learn beforehand. Yes? Before we entered into kindy. Give me some examples. You learned how to walk? Yes? Breathe? Yes? Yep. Oh yeah, your ABC. Some kids learned that before they went into kindy and things like that. You learn how to talk? Yes? Something? Yeah? Oh, nothing? Cool. You learned some? Yeah, you learned how to, well, you started to read at home. Sorry? I didn't hear that. I'm so sorry. Oh, how to write your name. Yeah. Sorry, yes. Last one. Your age, okay? Yeah, things like that, okay? So from that moment onwards, your families became your first education centers, okay? But along with that, even while you were at school, even while school was one of your primary education centers, your home was still your first education center, okay? It doesn't matter how old you get, it doesn't matter how often you go to school, while you're at home, you're still learning things. Okay, so you guys can see there, okay? We developed our foundations, our morals, our values, our beliefs, things like that. All of that stuff was first developed at home. Guys, eyes up here. Girls? Wow, the boys are doing much better than the girls. This is actually surprising. It's usually the boys that I have an issue with. Boys, well done, men. Okay? Okay. Yeah. You deserve it. Okay, cool. Alright, so you first developed your foundations, your morals, the way you think, the way you do things. All of these were first developed at your home. Because why? Your parents told you what was right and what was wrong. Okay? You first learned that it was wrong to hit your brother because your mom yelled at you the last time you did it. Okay? Things like that. You learned the difference between right and wrong at home first, before you learned it at school. Okay? You learned about your faith at home before you learned it at home. And then you developed on that faith when you started things like Sunday school and things like that. Okay? So this is, in a way, it's called like the circle of life. Okay? So you're born into a new family. You're so helpless. How many of you guys, as soon as you were born, were able to walk around and make meals for yourself and things like that? Look after yourself? Anyone? No? Okay, I don't think so. Every single child, and I know for a fact every single one of us sitting here, as soon as we were born, we were so helpless. Okay? There was nothing that we could do on our own except for breathing. Okay? So our parents took every single effort that they possibly could to make sure that we got to where we are today. Okay? Boys, eyes up here. Okay? So they made sure that you had food to eat, that you had clothes to wear. What else? that you had a good school to attend. Okay, all of these things, they made sure that you had before you went out into the whole world. Okay, and a lot of us are still living with our parents, right? Guys, tic-tac-toe later. Okay. So this is where we begin. Okay, so after all of these, okay, you were born as like this helpless child, and up to maybe year 4, I think the older kids can relate with this, okay, up to maybe year 4 or 5, or like maybe a bit younger than that, okay, Appa was my superhero, okay, Dad is the best dad in the world, and Mom's the best mom in the entire world. She can do anything and everything that I can think of, okay, that was our mentality about our parents. Fast forward a little bit more, okay, Mama's and Dada's little baby is now starting high school. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye. Okay? And they start to realize this little baby isn't such a little baby anymore. And that is a change that they had to go through as well. That was a big change that your parents had to deal with when you became a teenager, or at least got out of that little phase of Mama's little boy or Dada's little girl. Okay? Trust me, I know this because I've talked to my parents about this. Okay? They've clearly told me what they went through. And then we entered our little rebel stage, okay? We started high school and all of a sudden it's, Mom, you don't know what you're doing, I know better than you, okay? I know everything that I need, I don't really need your help anymore. That became our mentality, okay? And then one day it's Mom coming into your room, yes? Click about, yeah? So that, okay, and then that started, okay? This is your room, you need to be the one to clean it, okay? All of these responsibilities started piling up on us all of a sudden. And what's our response? Well, isn't this your house? You're always claiming that it's my house, it's my rules, why don't you clean it yourself? What happens next? Okay? I feel like the younger ones have a pretty good understanding of what I'm going to. Okay? And then, that's a phase, okay? Younger ones, trust me, you guys are going to go through this phase as well. Teens, you're going to get out of this phase very soon, okay? I went through that phase, my older brothers went through that phase, but unfortunately there is something you can do about it, but we'll get to that soon, okay? So this is what our parents had to deal with when we were growing up. And along with that, they had your younger siblings, okay? They had to deal with your younger ones, things like that. Now, throughout all of this, your parents, even if they've said it out loud, they've never meant it, okay? As this one thing, they've never wished that you never existed, have they? If they have said it, trust me, they didn't mean it. It was just out of anger. I promise you this. Okay? That is because they have love for you. Okay? Each and every single one of you. We have done so many wacky things in our life, yes? So many times we've gotten ourselves into trouble. So many times we've hurt ourselves. But have our parents ever regretted having us? No, never. Okay? Trust me, I can promise you this one thing. Your parents have never regretted having you. Why? Because you are a part of them. Once you are a part of your parents, you are also part of your family. And your family is rooted together. Okay? Yes, you are your own individual person. But is there anything that you can do without your family? Okay? Just have a think about this. Imagine if one day your family just disappeared. Okay? You had no warning about this. Let's pretend you went to sleep tonight, and next morning you wake up in your house and there's nobody in your house. Some of you guys would say that I'd be happy about it now. Okay? But when the actual situation comes about, we'll be quite flustered. Why? Because we've spent so much of our time with these people that we don't know what to do without them. Okay? So you and your families are deeply rooted together. No matter how many fights, no matter what happens in your family, there is one thing that is still holding you together. The blood that is running through your bodies. Okay? You and your family members share DNA. Okay? You are all connected together. Now, if if you find it hard to say that you love your family, just think about this one thing, okay? Forget about everything. Just think about the root that you have with your parents. Okay, just think about a big tree, okay? What happens if a tree is plucked out by its roots? What happens to the tree? It does, okay? If you pull out the tree by its roots and take it out from where it was already, it does. Just like that, you and me, our roots are with our families, okay? We are deeply rooted within our families, okay? And the biggest thing that we need in our families is this one thing. There's only one thing that we need in our families. So I want you guys to pay attention to this one thing. If you are someone who struggles in your family life, okay? If you're someone who struggles to love your parents, who struggles to love your siblings, listen to this one thing. There's only one thing that you need to be able to accept your parents and your siblings for who they are. And it's a 4-letter word. It's as simple as this. It's called love. Okay, Pope Francis once said this thing. It was in a book. I forgot the name of the book. But it says, the strength of a family lies in its capacity to love and to teach how to love. Through all a family's problems, it can always grow, beginning with love. Okay? A family's biggest strength is in its ability to love, okay? To love each other and to teach others how to love. So while you're loving your brother and your sister and your parents, the strength of your family lies in your ability to be able to teach the other family members to love each other as well. Okay? Have you guys ever heard of this thing called generational trauma? Yes, I think the older ones have. Okay? Put it into a nutshell. Younger ones, it's probably first time hearing about this. Okay? Generational trauma is pretty much this thing it's pretty much like the trauma that was passed on from our grandparents, great-grandparents, it still runs in the family, okay? I'll tell you guys a little example, and I think, we've got time, okay? So, my parents used to tell me this thing, okay? My parents didn't have the most loving parents in the world, okay? Now, that doesn't mean that, they didn't provide for them and things like that. It's just the typical Indian parents thing, back in those days, okay? So, my dad, we laugh about this now. He has told me stories of where his dad would, hit him to discipline him. He was the only boy in the family, so he was extra hard on him. Okay? So he would hit him, he would, give him all these responsibilities. I'm not going to go into details, but even through all of those, my dad has told me this one thing. My granddad wasn't sure how to love other people. Okay? So in my granddad's eyes, loving someone means disciplining them. Okay? So in his eyes, disciplining someone meant loving them, okay? Because you're telling them this is the wrong thing to do, and if you're doing this right thing, that means, you are on the right path, and now I love you because I told you not to do the wrong thing. Does that kind of make sense? Yes? That was what he was taught, okay? But my dad, growing up, he didn't know how to love people. He didn't know how to, he used to think in his mindset that disciplining someone, his mindset was that once I have my kids, I'm going to hit them the same way that my dad hit me. Okay, that's how I'm going to discipline them. But that's what he thought. And then he started to come across this whole generational trauma thing. He started to realize how much that affected his childhood. Now this is very rare in parents. Okay, so your parents, I'm pretty sure I was talking to them about this in there, your parents can either choose to use that same generational trauma into you, or they can cut the cycle there. And they can start a new way of parenting. So our generation of parents, when you guys think about, I need you guys to think about this for a minute, okay? When you guys are thinking to yourself that your parents don't know how to love you, your parents aren't doing enough for you, things like that, just think about this one thing. They also struggled in their childhood. They are only able to give you what they were taught about. Okay? Some of your parents have never even been hugged in their life. Okay? Their parents didn't show them the kind of love that they wanted to. Okay? Some of your parents have never heard the words, I love you, to their face from their parents. Or maybe from their siblings. But some of them are trying so hard to change that cycle for you and me. It was the same deal with my mum as well. Okay, so and then once my parents got married, they made the decision that they would break that little cycle. Yes, they're still going to discipline us, but they made sure that growing up, we knew how much they loved us. Sure, and sometimes I used to think to myself, I've got the worst mum in the world. But thinking back, I realized how easy I actually had it. Okay, sure, my parents used to hit me, okay, but that was because I was a little brat, okay? I kind of deserved it. Okay? They've never hit me for no reason. There was always a reason for them disciplining me. But that's just the way that they were taught. And it works. Okay, I'll tell you that. Hitting your kids works. And the Bible in itself tells them that. Discipline your kids. Okay? If you doubt me, just check it up on Google. It's there. Okay? I just don't have time to go into it now. But your parents, on the other hand, are also trying their level best to make you as comfortable as possible. Sure, sometimes we don't get the things that we want. Sometimes things don't go the way that we want. Okay, it's tough. Because our parents, just think about them, you know, they moved to a whole country that they didn't know. Foreign country, foreign language, everything like that. But why? To give you and me a better life. Now, where do we lie in all of that? Okay, as kids, where does our role lie in it? So our parents are doing whatever they can from their part, okay? Where does our role lie in it? What can we do for them? I'll change it. It was a rhetorical question, but off we go. Listen to them, okay? Now, this love thing that comes in, okay? It's the simplest thing that you can do. Now, what does love entail? It doesn't simply mean going up to them 24/7 and telling them, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, okay? Because half the time you might not mean it. Okay, love isn't simply just telling them you love them. Have you guys ever heard of like the what is it? No, not the senses. It's like 5 ways you can show love to someone. Okay, it's like, one of them is like, you know, physical touch, like gifts, acts of service, words of affirmation. I think one of them is like quality time or something like that. Okay? It's something like that. So that's some of the ways that you can show love towards your parents and your siblings. Okay, growing up, trust me, you won't realize this now, but once your family grows up, once your siblings have grown up, and once they start moving to places, you will start to realize how much your family played a role in your life. So along with love, I want to tell you guys about one more thing, forgiveness. Everybody know what forgiveness is? Everybody heard of the word sorry? Yes? Okay, so I'm going to zoom through this thing again because I don't want to go into too much detail and giving us too many things. Okay? Actually, you know what? Nah, bit of my time. Sorry. Okay, my bad. I'm just having a little mind blank. Okay? So, this whole thing about love and forgiveness, they tie in together. Can you love someone if you're holding a grudge towards them? Can you love someone who you quite literally hate with your whole heart? No. Can you? Boys, can you? Can you love someone who you hate? You love them what? No? Yes? No? Okay. Alright. So, how can you get rid of that hatred towards someone, in a sense? Yeah, go ahead. Forgive them. Okay, even if you are in the wrong. Okay? It's one of the hardest things, but especially in your families. It's one of the biggest things that we need in our families is forgiveness. Because if you're holding hatreds and grudges towards others in your heart, you are going to get nowhere. Just think about how much your parents have loved you, okay? How many of you guys have done things that have made you think, why does my parents even keep me in this house still? I know I have, okay? I have done things towards my parents that later on made me, reflect on it and think, wow, my parents are heroes for still keeping me in this family, okay? Flies issues. Okay, so this forgiveness thing. Have you guys ever heard your parents say sorry to you? No? What is their way of saying sorry? okay? Let's say this hasn't happened in a long time, okay? Because fights and squabbles are very low nowadays. But back when I was like in my teenager rebel phase, okay? What would happen is after I had a fight with my mom, okay? I used to fight with my mom a lot. What used to happen was I'd go shut myself away in my room, okay? And my mom would come in. She'll literally slam the door open and she'd say, dinner's ready on the table, come and eat. That was her way of saying sorry, okay? The way that I knew that she was really mad at me was if she never came and got me to eat dinner or lunch or whatever it was. Okay? If she never came to me to get me to eat food, I knew that she was really mad at me. But the way I knew that she forgave me for what I did, even if I didn't say sorry, was if she put food on the table for me. How many of your parents have done that? I don't think a lot of parents do that these days. No? Okay? Yes, some people, yeah? See, there are different ways that your parents say sorry. Because, look, they never grew up with this word sorry, okay? Our parents never grew up with this word sorry. And that's just how they were brought up, okay? And so sometimes we as kids need to alter our ways towards them. Okay? If you struggle to say the word sorry, what is something that you can do for your parents that will tell them that you are sorry? Okay? Especially if we are in the wrong, okay? We as kids, we hate saying sorry because we know for a fact that we've done the wrong. Okay? So I want you guys to think about a couple of things. I'm going to finish up real soon, okay? As we're running out of time. What are some things that I can do from my part to tell my parents that I love them? And how can I deepen my relationship with my parents? Okay? The unfortunate thing with our families nowadays is that we don't have time to spend with each other. How many of you guys have felt that? How many of you have felt that our families are such a busy place that we don't have time to spend with each other? Yeah? A few of you guys. Just think about this, okay? As kids, you guys go to school, okay? 5 days of school, right? You guys are at school from maybe 8 o'clock through till 3:30, okay? So that's your 5 days of your week gone at school with your friends. And let's say you hang out with your friends after school on some days. So there's that time gone there as well. Okay, and then you come home, and then you've got assignments to do, you've got homework to do, all of these things pile up, and so there's your day finished then. And on the other hand, your parents quickly come home. By the time maybe you come home, it's time for your mom to go to work, and your dad's just coming home, and he's busy after work, he's tired after work, things like that. Okay, nowadays, the issue is we don't have time for our families. We're just so busy, not just your parents, I'm talking about us as well. Okay, we as well, we are so busy to spend time with our families. There are so many rare families, actually, I'll rephrase that, there are very few families these days that sit together at the dining table and eat food together. I once went to visit one of these families somewhere else, okay? I went to their house and we were about to sit down for a meal, and the auntie says to me that as soon as we were about to sit down, she's like, you know, we haven't cleaned this dining table in like maybe a month or so. And I was like, that's odd. Why? What do you mean? And she goes, well, the last time we had a guest over was a month ago. And that's when we cleaned it. And I'm like, okay, but don't you guys eat food on this table? Don't you need to clean it? She's like, nah, we don't eat food together anymore. Our kids come in, they eat whenever they want, and they go to their rooms. Or they'll just grab their food, they'll go to their rooms. Or they'll sit on like the bench top with their headphones in, and they'll eat their food. And I never realized that was an actual thing. Okay? Your families might be doing this, okay? It's okay if you have, it's time to change it. There are very few families nowadays that sit together and have a serious conversation together. Not even just serious, even just joke around together. Very few families. Okay? In the family that I grew up in, we used to, you know, especially during dinner times, we used to sit together. Even if mum was at work, even if dad was at work, doesn't matter. Whoever was in the family, dinner time was the one meal that we made sure to eat together. And that meant devices were away, earphones were away, and it was only just us sitting together eating dinner and just talking about our day. If there was any events coming up in that month, mum or dad, they'd mention it to us. If there was nothing to talk about, we just sit there enjoying each other's company. And you have no idea how much effect that has had on me growing up. Okay, I never realized that. I never realized that that was a thing that we do until I grew up and started to see what was happening in other families. This quality time, okay? You can't love someone unless you spend quality time with them. Did you guys become best friends with your best friend overnight? Something like that? No? How many of you guys had to spend some time with them, talking to them? Okay, sure, you might have figured they've got something special on the first day, but did you know about their likes and dislikes as soon as you met them? I don't think so, okay? You had to spend some time with your friends. If maybe it was at school, okay? During lunchtime, you sat together, okay? You ate your lunch together, and they were telling you about themselves. And then all of a sudden, bam, you guys are best friends. Same thing goes for your family. If you don't talk to your family, how can you know what they love and what they don't exactly like? How can you know what they like about you and what they feel like you should change about yourself if you don't talk to them? Now, when I say change about you, I'm not saying like your appearance and your, entire personality. I mean the little things that you do that might trigger something off in your family. Okay, so I'm going to leave you guys this one little thing. Not one little thing, a couple of little things. Here are some of the things that I want you guys to start doing in your families, if possible, okay? That can help you bring your family back together. Okay, some of you guys said that my family is way too busy to spend time with each other. As a matter of fact, they're not, actually. If you just think about it, if you make some effort, there are ways that you can bring your family back together and strengthen and increase and deepen your bond with your family members. The first one is using 3 words, okay? You can use these 3 words over a course of time. The first one is thank you. The second one is sorry. And the third one is please. Okay, what's the first one? What's the second one? What's the third one? Please, okay? Thank you, sorry, and please. Start using those words and your parents will go, what is going on with this kid? Okay, trust me, they'll say that the first time if you haven't been saying it for a while. That's step 1. Step 2 is finding quality time together. It can be as simple as this, okay? Jesus is the center of everything, okay? Doesn't matter what you do in your life. If you don't have Jesus in your life, there is nothing that you can do. So your focus point in your family should be Jesus. So step 2 is focusing on Jesus. How can you do that? Little thing you can do is family prayer time. Okay, in the evening, maybe around 7 or 7:30, call your family together. You just need to sit for like 10 minutes. You guys might have different ways of family prayer, okay? But in my household, what we do is we say a rosary, okay? We pray to Mother Mary, we say a couple of prayers, and that's our family prayer done. You don't have to say your entire prayer book, okay? Whatever your family feels appropriate, say those prayers together, okay? Make sure all your family is there for family prayer time. And then what? After family prayer time, sit together in your prayer room and just have a chat. Okay? Just talk about how your day went. Ask mum and dad how their day of work was. Tell them what you did at school, what you've got coming up at school. Tell them about the exams that you've got coming. Whatever it is that's happening in your life, the simple little stuff, just let them in on those things. And just have a little conversation. Or just tell them about your friends. Find little things to talk about with your family. Okay, if you don't want to sit there, just take your family straight to the dining room. Serve dinner, ask your mum to serve dinner, help her out with it. And while you're eating dinner, just spend some time together. Okay, quality time. And at this time, remember, phones aren't supposed to be in there. Nothing that can distract you should be in there. Okay, it's as simple as that. Those are the little things that we can do, okay, without having to do a lot. Okay, just sitting together with our family is not that, you don't have to do a lot for that, right? You don't have to spend half an hour preparing your family for this session or anything like that, no. You just have to come together, sit for 10 minutes in prayer, and then spend the next maybe 10 or 15 minutes just chatting to each other. Okay? I had a few more things tell you guys, but I want to stop there. I had a video to show you, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, so can I get you guys to just close your eyes for a minute? Just close your eyes. Close your eyes. I promise no flies will fly into your faces. Okay? We're going to make a little prayer today. If you truly desire for you to be able to love your parents more, if you want to see more love in your family, more time that you spend together, more days that you just spend with your family just laughing and having a joke around, I want you guys to just offer your family to Jesus right now. Just in your mind, okay? In your own words, just tell Jesus, Jesus, here is my family. Here's my mom and dad, and here's my siblings, and I'm giving them to you. Okay, Jesus doesn't need any fancy words. He understands every word you say. So just make this your simple prayer. And tell him, Jesus, I want to start to be able to love my family like you love me. Because, my dear friends, the only reason we are able to love is because Jesus himself loved us first. Okay, in 1 John chapter 4, verses 19, we love because he first loved us. So this love of Jesus needs to be first of all filled in us, and through him we can share that love with our family as well. So let us make this our prayer. And every single day when you wake up, just surrender your family to Jesus. Tell them, Lord, just take complete control of my family. Help me to be the kind of person that you want me to be. So that's all. Just pray a Hail Mary together, offering up our families, ourselves. And that's praying for all of our family members, our extended family members, all of them back in India or around the world, wherever they are. And let's pray together. Hail Mary, full of grace. Amen. All right, so, oh yeah, sure. Okay, so unfortunately it's not time to go back just yet. How do we feel about another game? Yes? Who's got no? No knows? Oh, you don't want to play a game? Okay, so we'll play this game. Okay, so, I don't know. Alright, so it involves balloons. Okay, so don't go crazy about it. I think we'll move. Now we can just play the back. So I'll split you guys into maybe 3 teams. Okay? So what you're going to do is, you're going to stand in a straight line. Okay? You're standing next to each other, not like this. Standing straight in a line. The point is, you have to get a balloon without using your hands. You've got to use your elbows or whatever, and you've got to pass it down to the end of the line. Wait, the game's not finished there. The person at the end has to run back and restart it. And it keeps going until the first person is back in their spot. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay? I'll explain it as we play. Does it make sense? I'll explain it as we play. Okay? What do we reckon? 3 teams? Yeah, we'll go 3 teams. I'll give you guys a number, and that's the team we'll go into. Does that sound good? Yes? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, you 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, if you guys are number 1s, can I get you guys like near that speaker over there? And then just form a straight line. And if you're number 2, can you guys go to this side over here and form a line? think it's not going to go far. Okay, blow it up, tie it up. Now there's spares if you break it. Okay, so can you guys sort yourself out into a straight line? Or like, this is fine. Just make sure you're in a line. Okay, group 3, can I get you guys in a line? 1, 2, 3, for you two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. Group 3, can you guys count how many people you've got and let me know? Team 3, can you guys count yourself and tell me? Oh, scanning. 14. Can I get 2 people at the end over here to go into that team, please? That way we'll have 16 everywhere. Yeah, just 2, please. Okay, you can give the balloon to someone here. As long as we have equal numbers. Okay, are you guys ready? So the first person, do you want to stand on that end? So balloon goes to the one end, either end is fine. Okay, so the point is, yes, so what's your name? Ivana. Okay, so like we've got on team 3, Ivana, okay? You hold the balloon with your elbows and you've got to pass it down to the person next to you. And it goes all the way down. 1 second, I'll come back to you. Okay? You go all the way to the end and the person who's on the end, okay, they have to run back to the start of the line. And you basically keep moving down until the first person is back to their position. So, 1 second, the first group to have the people with the balloons back in position, they win. Does that make sense? Questions? No, only your elbows, no hands. Okay? Does that make sense? Team 2, you guys are ready? So, fastest group to come back to the start is the winner. I'll move the chair out of the way for you. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! To the start. No hands, only elbows. Limited, can you keep an eye on these guys? I'll look at these ones. Oh, back to the start. Keep going, keep going. I think group 3 is going the fastest so far. It's actually really funny from my perspective over here to watch. Shuffle down a bit. guys, okay? You too. We're doing some funky businesses, okay? I'll literally say you guys like pass around like 5 times, okay? Alright, so I'm not too sure if your parents have finished just yet, but in the meantime, do you guys want to finish the game of categories? No? That's okay. Alright. Sorry? You want to play again? Okay, you know what? You guys, I'll get you guys back, sit it back down. Can you give the balloons to one of your volunteers? Or just pop it, either is fine. Give them. You can pop it if you want, yes. Pop it if you want, or give it to someone. As in, one of them. You want to pop it? Okay, off you go, pop it. Towards categories. Not everybody really wanted to do that. I'll show you guys a little video, okay? Sorry? Chinese whispers. There's way too many people with Chinese whispers. I once played Chinese whispers with this one group and it got dark very quick. Okay, we'll go to a little video. That's on? Sweet. Okay, so this little video, pay attention to it. The reason why I say that is because the audio is very muffled. There's captions on, so I hope you guys can figure it out, okay? But it pretty much, it sums up a little part of what I said, okay? But yeah, we'll discuss about it at the end. So just pay attention to the video and tell me what you get out of it. Let me know if you can't hear it as well, please.
For me, my philosophy is if I'm not working on it, then it's not getting done. And then my career is on hold because I'm the one who has to do it.
If you want a great career, you have to pursue your passion. You have to pursue your dreams. You have to pursue the greatest fascination in your life.
You know, honey, what's the problem? This is my ministry. It's my work. It's what God has gifted me to do. We're playing it in front of me. And she said, Mary, every time you want to work, you're so obsessed with your work.
It's the time, it's the scarcity of time because
We think we only have so much time, so everything becomes stressful. Oh, I gotta get this done, I gotta get this done, I gotta get this done. And we're reacting our lives to really false deadlines.
And here's the worst news of all. Our children's sense we're out of control.
We find it difficult to talk to my parents because they put a lot of pressure on me saying I can tell them anything. And that just makes me feel like maybe they just want to know and I'm not so sure if I want to tell them.
So, because of that theology, now we really need further constant effort to create happier humanity, happier century.
What do happy families do right? And what can I learn from them to make my family happy?
Call your mom, call your dad. If you're lucky enough to have a parent or two alive on this planet, call them. Don't text, don't email, call them on the phone. Tell them you love them and thank them and listen to them for as long as they want to talk to you.
You see, Barack and I were both raised by families who didn't have much in the way of money or material possessions, but who had given us something far more valuable. Their unconditional love, their unflinching sacrifice, and the chance to go places they had never imagined for themselves.
binds us. That's what makes a family.
Questo è importante nelle famiglie, saper perdonarsi.
And for me, my definition of family, well, that's the people who open that door.
Different races, different color, same emotion, same desire. What is not happening?
That story perfectly captures for me the final lesson that I learned. Happiness is not something we find, it's something we make.
All right. Oh, the lights are still off. Okay, we'll keep the lights off. One little thing I wanted to point out to you guys. Okay? Just keep this one little quote in your mind. Okay? Happiness, whoa. Happiness is not something that you can buy or get with money. Did you guys hear at least what, I know it was a bit hard, but were you able to hear what he said about happiness at the end? What did he say? Happiness is not something that you can get or buy. Instead, what is it? You make it. Okay? That entire video was pretty much summing up what I was talking about, this whole busyness thing in your life. Okay? Happiness is something that you make yourselves. It takes effort. So just very quickly, I don't know if you guys still remember this. What are the two things that I told you about? Ways that you can make happiness in your families. What was one of them? Forgive was one. Love. What was the 3 words? Please was one. Sorry was one. Boys, give me one. Thank you was the other one. Okay, what was the other thing? What was the last thing I think I said? Quality time. And how can you spend that quality time together? Sorry? Eating dinner together. What else? Praying together. Oh, you want to say praying together. Okay, anything else? Sorry? Chatting together. Okay? Now, I want to introduce you guys to someone called Cardinal Burke. Okay? He is someone who does a lot of like studies and talks and things like that on families. So I want to show you guys a video from him as well. Okay? His name is Cardinal Burke. And he is going to be talking about... Not an advertisement. Give me a second. Let's skip over that. Alright. Okay. So I hope you guys can hear this one properly at least. Again, probably should pay attention to the subtitles again. Alright.
I discovered that from the time of my childhood in which the devotional life had been so important for me in coming to know my faith and to live it and to have a really strong sense of God's presence in my life. And so I resolved in my mind that an important part of the work of the priest would be to help people to discover again the devotional life. It was always clear that from the time I was small, that Sunday Mass and regular confession were at the heart of our faith, the heart of our relationship with our Lord. But then we had these devotions by which that intense encounter with the Lord that one has was extended. For instance, we had the image of the Sacred Heart enthroned in our home, and it was a place where we would say special prayers for family members or in a particular need or crisis. During May, we had a special altar, a little table in our home where we brought flowers every day for our Blessed Mother and said special prayers. And I remember something too as simple as obtaining blessed candles on the feast of the presentation of our Lord. And then I remember whenever there'd be a bad storm or whatever, my parents would always light the blessed candle, and we'd pray there, and there was a sense of how God protects us also in these times. They were very natural, they brought much joy to us and helped us really to develop a strong faith life. The young family should understand in the very beginning of the married life that the home is a little church. In other words, that if the husband and wife participate in the love of God, which is faithful, lasting, enduring, and procreative, fruitful, then the home is a little sanctuary, a place where God is dwelling through their love for one another. And eventually, one always hopes with the gift of children. So that, for instance, the enthronement of the Sacred Heart would be a very appropriate act to carry out in devotion, and then a special place for a statue or a painting of our Blessed Mother. St. Joseph, also the Germans had an old tradition, at least in Bavaria, of what they call the Gotteswinkel, God's corner, in which there would be the statue of our Lord, perhaps the Sacred Heart, and the statue of our Blessed Mother, the Bible, but it was a special point of reference in the home where the family would gather to pray or to read a passage from the Holy Scriptures. In all of these little ways, tangible, visible ways to express the truth that the marriage, the family is in God, and is a little church, is the church in its first cell, and then it's through families gathered together that we have parishes, and then eventually dioceses and the church throughout the world.
All right, okay, so just one more little thing. What did Cardinal Burke say about families? What does it become? A little, just yell it out, a little church, okay? So that is what our families become. It becomes a place of this comfort, okay? This place where we can come together in times of distress. And that comes through little traditions, like he said, through prayer, okay? They used to have a specific place for prayer, a little prayer room, okay? I'm going to stop there. Your parents want you back in there. Also, if you popped a balloon, can you please pick up the little rubbish? Okay, if you popped the balloon, please pick up the rubbish, pop it in the bin on your way back, and we're heading back, yes? Alright, so can you guys head on back into your church? Straight back into